And welcome, folks, to a special presentation of Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. This is Byron Brown, B-Square. I'm with Carter Anderson, and your special presentation is we're on the pitch at Show Low Cougars Stadium, where it is the Show Low Cougars versus the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. It's the rivalry between the two schools, and not only is it a rivalry in football, but it's a rivalry here on the pitch in soccer, or football for those across the seas. And it's a big one here tonight. We have the number 2 ranked Show Low Cougars going up against, I believe, the number 11 ranked Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. And rankings matter here. It's not only just that number 2, but key situation for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. It's a region game here tonight, and the Show Low Cougars are 6-1-2. Blue Ridge, I believe, is 2-3 here, 2-3 in region. So, you know, different amount of games that they've played so far here, Carter Anderson, and big game here for both of them here tonight between these two teams, two rivalry teams. One that they played earlier this year, won by the Show Low Cougars 3-2, I believe, was the final score. Close game. They're always close games, and Blue Ridge has always dominated this series. But here in the recent years, Show Low has turned the corner.
Right. And it's really been a resonance that's going to be heard across the state, because these two teams constantly go at it. Physically, they both are terribly skilled, and they play a very contrasting style of soccer. You're going to see a very direct style of soccer out of Blue Ridge. They're going to make nice long balls, good fast runs, 2-3 passes up, and they'll shoot. Fantastic soccer. On the other hand, you're going to see Show Low. They play that typical indirect soccer you see out of Barcelona. Pass, pass, pass. You might see 8 or 10 consecutive passes before that shot is made. It is going to be a fun game, sir.
Yes, indeed it will. And Show Low here tonight in their black home jerseys. It's quote-unquote blackout for the Show Low Cougars here. And Blue Ridge is in the white jerseys going forth here in this game. I think we're going to – they just announced the starting lineups, and they're going to now play – are they going to have this national anthem? Okay, I guess not. I guess not. So both teams are going to go to their respective goals. They'll team up, and then we're going to have the start of the game. And Carter, you want to go ahead and go through the starting lineups for both?
Well, we'll do the best that we can. For the Show Low boys, they'll have Dalen Richards. I might as well just start out by saying virtually all these are seniors. I'm not going to go through every single one of them, because Show Low has 17 seniors that are going to graduate this year. But Dalen Richards, number 8, Nick Scherter, Ante Bukuya, Anta is from Germany. Brendan Bustillos, he's been playing that number 11, or that left wing, just fantastically this year. Jesse Freeman, who's had a fantastic job at defender, number 14. Josiah Murphy and Keep at goal. Alexander Sherman at the right defender. Diego Campos has been playing an absolutely crushing defensive mid this year. Zane Gaylord, Garrett Brumfield, and Grayson Tregascus, who I think will probably be playing next year at the college level. He is looking really good this year. On the Blue Ridge side, Josiah Spillman in goal, Manuel Mendoza, Luis Chavez, Ansel Madagral, who I believe is from Italy, as I understand it. I apologize. Actually, that's Vito Rosati. Chris Chavez, Luis Perez, Gustavo Ramirez, Angel Perez, Joe Grzelak, if I pronounced that correctly, and Reed Granil will round out the starting lineups as they meet at center field and get ready to kick off.
Well, Carter, you don't have to worry about with me the enunciation of names, because I butcher them no matter what. It could be Carter, and I'm gonna call it Cartier. You know, I'm just gonna not get it. So don't worry about that. We'll be here tonight. You know, we'll lean on each other, and as you said, here's the starting kick with Show Low getting the ball. They're gonna kick it back and control it, and they just gave it away. Where Blue Ridge kicks it deep, but kicks it right at the Cougar defense, and they proceed to kick it out of bounds, so Blue Ridge will have a throw-in as we already start. The key matchup in the region for 3A Fall East region between the Show Low Cougars and the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets here tonight. Show Low in rankings by points, or strength of schedule and points, they are number 2. Blue Ridge is number 11. So key matchup for both squads, especially for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. They're going to need a win to get those rankings up and to qualify for the state tournament.
Well, I think they'll make it. They just need to continue to progress. And as long as you make it to the tournament, hey, anything can happen, as you know.
Absolutely. And right now the ball's on the Cougars side. Cougars finally get control of it. They're looking around. It's going to be a little bit difficult for myself, Carter. I'm just going to say it right now. Some of these jersey numbers are difficult to see from where we're at because of the black jerseys. So
it's funny. Year by year, it just seems to be getting worse for some reason.
Exactly. But the Cougars had the ball. They had control. They kicked it out of bounds. Blue Ridge with a throw-in. They kick it deep, and now it's going to be a throw-in close to the corner for Blue Ridge. They're on the Cougar side right now in the Cougar territory.
Got our first substitution going in. Ricardo Rodriguez for Blue Ridge.
That's a quick one for sure. Only 2 minutes have gone into the 40-minute quarter or half, and already a substitution. I'm just trying to see who's coming off right there. And unfortunately, we have to wait until they get to where we can see the back of the jersey. That looks like number 1. Emmanuel Mendoza comes off. He's sub 4. Here's the throw-in, controlled by Show Low, and then kicked off the player. So Blue Ridge retains over on the out-of-bounds.
It looks like they brought him off just to discuss some strategy, some tactical work.
Well, Carter, you're used to you've coached varsity girls over here at Show Low, and you're familiar with the Show Low coaching staff and the team itself. But there are some differences for those that are unaware of soccer at the high school level with the substitution. You see it at the upper level, and you only get so many substitutions.
Right.
But here at the high school level, you can substitute as many as you want.
Right. Almost, I think, to a disadvantage, because at times you start getting into the flow of the game and you get a substitution, and instead of having nice 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes of really good passing, it gets broken up. And I kind of wish that they would back that off a little bit, to be honest. Well,
Mendoza's going to come back in. Let's see. I'm sure I think that was Ricardo Rodriguez that came in for him. He's going to come back off. It's a corner kick for Blue Ridge. Their first corner of the game, and it's a low line drive worm burner that is defended by the Show Low Cougars. It's kicked out, so Blue Ridge will maintain possession on the inbound throw. And here's the throw in. It's deep throw. Controlled by Show Low, and finally out. That'll be a goal kick for the Cougars.
Well, Blue Ridge has got to be pretty happy with their possession so far. Ball's been pretty much in Show Low's back third.
Absolutely, and in the game, that's what you want to see. And here's a nice little pass up front for the Cougars. And as you mentioned earlier, Carter, that you don't see a lot of going and getting by the Cougars. They're going to make sure that they have their passes. And right now you just saw that getting the ball up the field nicely by the Cougars offense, possessing the ball and getting it, 4 or 5 passes to the Blue Ridge side of the field. But there was a turnover, and right now fight for the ball, and it looks like Blue Ridge is getting control, and they're coming down the sideline before quickly a defender for the Cougars gets it, controls it, kicks it downfield, but Blue Ridge still maintains. And here's a steal by the Cougars. Trying to get up front. That's number 8.
That's Dalen.
For the Show Low. I'm trying to find. What'd you do with the? You can't hide the play sheet. The players here, right there, Carter.
Unfortunate that I know most of these players.
Well, that's good. Well, throw it out there, but I don't. So I need this sheet right here, Carter.
I was actually still following Mr. Wasson there, our referee, who fell down. It looks like he's uninjured.
Well, that's good.
Other than his pride, apparently.
So Dallin stole the ball, was fouled, and then they got the free kick, and that's taken by the goalkeeper for the Cougars, who's going to kick it all the way to the Blue Ridge goalkeeper, who comes up with the easy save. And he kicks it out, and there's a fight for that midfield. Cougars are going to come away with it. Turned over. Blue Ridge now. Here's the long pass to the side, and that's going to go out of bounds, Cougar ball.
So those who are not aware, we had a pretty good rain here this afternoon, and the field is wet. They do have a crown in the field that does push the water out to the sidelines, but I'll tell you what, it still looks awfully slippery out there. They're being very cautious with their steps.
Well, it's the soccer cleats are a little bit different than football cleats. They're not. They don't have the same type of
right
cleats on there. The bottom of the soles, I should say.
Right.
So. In football you can interchange and you can change them up, but soccer cleats you can't do so. They're formed a little specially because of your kicking the soccer ball instead of like a normal cleat that you see football players use or even baseball players.
Right. Yeah. For those who are familiar with wrestling shoes, they're really tight to your foot, formed in similar. Josiah is going to be the keeper for Show Low is going to be taking this kick from just the top of the D. And a nicely placed ball, well weighted.
So here's a shot
on
by
goal.
Dallin, and no, just high right there, just high. By Dallin Richards of the Cougars.
Yeah, another one who should be playing next year. I'm not sure if he's planning to, but boy, does he have the talent.
Right there, just a little bit high, but that's our first real shot of the game. I know that Josiah, the goalkeeper, had the shot on goal from about midfield, but that's not quite the shot you want, even though it goes on the stats as a shot. But Dallin with the first real shot of the game for the Cougars. Blue Ridge yet to have a shot. They had a corner kick, but it was well defended. And here's a nice pass, and here's a give and go. It's Blue Ridge. They got dangerous. It. Goalkeeper comes out. The ball's going to go in, and it's going to be a goal for Blue Ridge.
No, saved it at the last.
Oh, my goodness.
And we do have a down player, and he ran into that net awfully hard.
That was number
Jesse
14.
Freeman, and I'll tell you what, he has had a fantastic year. Captain of the team. Quick, great ball handler.
Watch this replay. Great job by the Yellow Jackets here. A header to get the ball forward, and then nice pass to number 15 of Blue Ridge, who passes it forward right there.
Wow.
That's Ramirez, and I'm trying to see who's the one that came up for it, and the goalkeeper comes up. It goes off of Freeman, and he's really got to get it, and he just barely kicks it out. I'm telling you right there.
Play.
Even though the ball's on the line, it still has to go past the line for it to be a goal. And then Freeman right there, giving everything he's got, going into the goal with a save.
Give Blue Ridge their credit. They are playing hard, and I'd say they want it more at this juncture.
Well, you're seeing it by the way they're playing right now, and that was
absolutely.
Really forcing the issue are the Yellow Jackets against the Cougars here. Here's a ball out. Possession goes to the Cougars. Cougars looking for it. Get it to the middle of the field, middle of the pitch, I should say. Here's a pass the outside just behind them, or else they had a guy going. But here's a misplay by the Blue Ridge defender, and here's Dallin.
Oh, and he missed.
I'm sorry, that's not
foot.
Dallin.
That was Garrett Brumfield that missed.
And he went lefty.
Four-year starting senior.
Absolutely, but I think he got too excited right there. He should have. The goalkeeper came out for the Yellow Jackets right there, and all he had to do is kind of control it. And right here, he just wanted to take the shot here's the replay, off to the Blue Ridge defender. And here's Garrett. And he's going the opposite direction. Is he lefty?
No, he's right foot.
Okay. He should have stuck with the right and gone to the left corner of the net, but for some reason he went with his left foot.
I think he could have just done a little touch to the left and walked it in.
Absolutely.
Frankly.
Absolutely.
The keeper's coming hard.
In these type of games, Carter, we know how it goes, and you get a little excited, especially with an opportunity like that, and you just don't think about it, and you just do something that you're not used to doing, and right there going with your left foot instead of the right. And so here we got a little penalty on Blue Ridge, and again we'll talk about it if they get a yellow card, okay? But most of these you are going to see little fouls, but basically that just means it's just a change of possession and a free kick for the team. And here it's a free kick for the Cougars. Again, the goalkeeper is going to kick it deep. He's got a few guys there. It's headed by a Yellow Jacket defender. Tried to control by Dallin. Here's Blue Ridge on the attack right here. They've got numbers.
Good numbers. You bet they do.
And up the sideline right here for the Yellow Jackets. He's got control, and he finally loses it. And now the Cougars are going to be on the offensive, but can't quite get it across, and Blue Ridge is back.
Oh,
nice
healer.
Back kick right there. Nice healer. And let's
back.
see what happens. Cougars have got it deep in their goal right there, and they're able to send it up, and then it was a shot by Blue Ridge right there. It's going to be a goal kick. Carter, a lot of action here early on. We've got 29 minutes out of the 40 right now. We played 11 minutes on the pitch, and we have seen some great action here.
I've got 5 shots on goal total already. That's impressive.
And 5 good shots.
Right.
I mean, they are very good shots. That sometimes, as I said earlier, sometimes they count shots, but it's like, okay, do you really count that as a shot? Like in baseball, you can get a hit by hitting one off a number, and beating it out. That's a hit, but is it really a hit?
Right. So what I do is I keep different stats. I keep dangerous shots and just shots.
Oh, that's
and
good.
I'll at halftime we can go through that, but right now we've got 2 each for dangerous shots for both teams. Potential scorers.
Okay, here's an opportunity for Blue Ridge. Here's a shot on goal, and it goes up and over. It hits the crossbar. That's the goalie right there. That's
Murphy?
Spillman right there.
Josiah Murphy.
I'm sorry, Josiah Murphy. I got the Blue Ridge in front of me.
That's all right.
Right there, the goalkeeper up on his hands is able to knock it up, and it bounces off the top bar. Great opportunity again for Blue Ridge. Here comes the corner kick. Here's the kick to the middle of the field. Here's a...
Oh, that was dangerous.
Yes, open Yellow Jacket down close, not able to get a head on it, tried to kind of shoulder it right there. There'll be a goal kick for the Cougars.
Anytime you pull that keeper 4 or 5 feet out past that post on the backside, that goal is wide open, as you know.
I don't think Murphy was expecting to see as much action as he has already in this game. And here again is Blue Ridge on the attack. And that's going to be a cleared effort by the Cougars. They're going to kick it all the way down, and Spillman's going to come out and play it and pick it up.
I had the luxury of watching the first half of the Blue Ridge Show Low game earlier this season, and this is a pretty significant contrast. That game was more long balls, much smaller field over at Blue Ridge. I believe it's like 60 yards wide or something to that effect. So there's a lot of boom ball, exciting. This has been a little bit different style.
Well, Carter, as you said, you were able to watch the first half of the first game, and maybe Blue Ridge just made a few adjustments coming into this game, understanding what Show Low's going to give and not give. Just as we see always in football, there's always adjustments. And here, the food to Blue Ridge, according to the first game. And here's a kick out of bounds by Blue Ridge as the Cougars force the issue, and they're going to have a corner kick. So this will be the Cougars' first corner of the night. And we got that with 26 minutes left here in the first half. Here's the kick, and it's going to go right to the goalie right there. Spillman covers up and will bring it out.
Yeah, they need somebody there to tip it. Can't leave that front post like that. Well, the game against, I happened to be at the Show Low Sedona game a couple days ago, and it was, I want to say there were 3 or 4 yellow cards handed out that game. We got an offsides here.
Offsides, one of my least favorite things in the game of soccer and football, and the reason why, I tell you one thing, is I think they should get rid of it just like in hockey. Look, if you want to have a guy cherry pick, let him cherry pick, okay? That's up to you as a coach of the opposing team. Do you want to leave a defender back there? And the reason why is because so many times, and I'm not just saying at this level, at all levels of soccer, from AYSO up to Major League Soccer, no one calls it right. No one gets a call of what offsides is. Offsides is basically the guy that's on the same team that has the ball, as long as he is not further than the defender and the ball is kicked forward, once it's kicked, he can move forward and get it. Too many times officials call it as the ball's in the air and they think, oh, well, okay, wait, oh, he got a head start. And it's like, no, as soon as the ball leaves the foot, he can run.
Right.
And he can outdistance himself. Too many times it gets called wrongly.
Right. No, it happens all the time, unfortunately.
And Blue Ridge was down there earlier, had an opportunity but did not get it through. Cougars cleared, and here again, Blue Ridge on the attack. Here's another possession for them deep in the back third of the Cougars defense. Controlling it here are the Yellow Jackets. And
Show Low doesn't have anybody up on top, so all four defenders for Blue Ridge are way up.
And here's a foul. I'm not sure exactly what it was because Blue Ridge had possession right there. I don't know if maybe he was holding the defender back and that's what the ref saw, but very rarely do you see a foul called when you have offensive possession. And here's the kick by the goalkeeper for Murphy for the Cougars. Nice job. Kicks it down, is headed out of bounds. Cougars will have it in the Yellow Jacket area of the third of the pitch.
Well, I think we're pretty fortuitous in that we have probably one of the better referee crews up here.
And here's a long pass down.
Ooh.
And
dangerous,
but
holy moly.
The goalkeeper, Murphy, comes out, controls it, sends it deep, and it's controlled back at midfield by the Cougars. And something I just saw caught my vision, Carter, that I hope does not come this way, which is a white flash.
Right.
Okay, we all know what that means here. They will not keep playing. They will stop play. And then you have until you have like 15 minutes to get clear. So hopefully that stays over in the Pine Top area where I saw that white flash. And here we have a foul on the Cougars. Blue Ridge real quick, send it deep all the way to the goalkeeper, Murphy, who picks it up and he's going to take his time before he sends it down.
Wow, big ball.
Big ball. But it's going to go out, and that's going to be possession for Blue Ridge. Now, you see it a little differently here, and I think it's two different concepts. I know if you feel like your goalie's got a big leg, you want him to send it, but you also want to make sure that you've got guys down field ready to receive those kicks.
Well, not only that, but at this level, 2-3 passes can cover 60, 70 yards, and the ball's right back in your face again. So you find most teams tend to. Well, for those of you who are not watching, we just had a breakaway, and keeper did a nice job, but didn't quite control the ball. He was able to get it away on the second opportunity, I guess.
Now we'll have a substitution there for the Cougars. That's number 4.
Well, that's a transfer down from Blue Ridge from about 5 years ago, Dresden Meyer.
And he came in, so he's in the game now. Now we're going to see a mass substitution for Show Low here. We got 3 guys on the side there waiting to get in on the next dead ball. Here's a chip shot, almost cleared over, but nice header right there by the Yellow Jacket defender who gets it up.
A little extracurricular, pushing on the back there.
Hey, it's a rivalry game.
Right.
Come on
I
now.
love it.
So Show Low tries to get it back in the possession, but then kicks it out of bounds, so Blue Ridge will have possession.
That's Anta, who's a German, but apparently he plays club soccer in Germany, and he's a keeper. He's a defender for them. He's been playing more of an attacking mid for Show Low.
Gotcha. So here's a little possession. Here's Blue Ridge up front right here, maintaining, getting it to the middle of the field. They're dribbling up, past the defender. Here's a little give and go. Are they going to do it? And they get it to the middle of the field.
Well placed.
And there's a shot, and it's going to be just wide.
Well, I got Blue Ridge up 5-2 on shots on goal.
That's Angel Perez right there with that shot. Great defense also by Perez. He's been back, and he got up there. Maybe it was 15. Is that 15? Gustavo Ramirez. Sorry, that's Gustavo Ramirez. They both 15 and 19. I'm telling you that 9 and 5 on these jerseys, they're kind of looking about the same. But right there, Gustavo with a shot. And here's as you said, a little push and shoving right there, and that was they call it Blue Ridge ball, which is correct. That was off of the Cougar player. I like it when they let him play.
Right.
I mean, call the obvious, when they grab the jerseys or they're slide tackling when they shouldn't be. But, just because you're pushing a little bit each other, as long as you don't gain an advantage, let them play.
Anybody who's watched college and pro, you know how physical a game it is.
And here's a ball to the middle, and Cougars just can't quite corral it. Blue Ridge gets it out, but it comes back in. And again, corralled by the Cougars, trying to get back. There's a pitch. I think someone lost their I'm trying to think of. Now you can help me with that. The shin guard right there, and they threw it to the side. Got to keep playing. Can't just stop.
Blue Ridge has that middle packed really well. Show Low needs to start looking outside a little bit and then coming back in.
And here's a counter attack right there by Blue Ridge with a long ball. They got some speed. The goalkeeper comes out. Is he going to beat him? And he does. And the ball goes to the middle. It'll be corralled by the Cougars.
Second fantastic.
Blue Ridge is going to take a quick shot. And that's going to be out. And the player that was on the attack for Blue Ridge, he's down right now. He's hurt, holding his leg right there.
It looked clean. It looked like he got the ball first. Hopefully if we can get a replay on that, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, it was clean, but anytime two players come in colliding like that, you're going to see, somebody, gets a cleat somewhere or gets an ankle rolled.
They called the coach out on the field, the trainer. What do you think? Do we call that a shot on goal? It was 20 yards off, but I think we do.
Yeah,
on that soft one.
By Ramirez right there.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. He tried it, didn't quite get the
good
foot.
tip, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, tell you what, Josiah certainly made his presence felt today. That is two that he has come out and volunteered his body for.
I believe that's Emmanuel Mendoza that was on the attack right there, number 1 for the Yellow Jackets, and he's coming up, and they're going to have to carry him off. Look, in soccer, the joke is a lot of fake injuries, going down.
Right. It's like the NBA.
Yes, like the NBA. But here, look, Emmanuel went all out right there.
Right.
Got caught up with the goalkeeper for the Cougars, and
well, let's hope he's all right.
Exactly.
That was physical.
Yeah. Yep. Physical game.
We've got about 18 minutes left in this half, and I would say Blue Ridge has probably outplayed Show Low a little bit.
Well, it's definitely been possession in the back third of the Cougars. But here's another shot on goal by the Cougars. Not a hard shot, but nonetheless a shot on goal by Dowling. Is it Dowling right there?
I'd like to call that
Dowling Richards.
Kind of an impotence in attack.
So here's Blue Ridge. They kick it deep and long, force the Cougars to kick it out, and they'll retain possession on the throw-in.
Yeah, statistically that shot's just not going to make it very often. They've done lots of studies with balls shot outside the 18 versus inside the 18, and those just, especially on a wet field.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. But one of the things, though, is, Carter, as we know, on a wet field is sometimes that's where you want to keep it as a worm burner a little bit.
Right.
Get that ball and let it really gain velocity off the wet grass, and you never know because it takes that one little hop, and now all of a sudden you're thinking as a goalie, you're thinking, oh, this is going to be normal. I'm going to catch it like a normal shot off the grass, off of dry grass, and all of a sudden it catches you and skips, and next thing you know, it's on you before you think about it.
Right. Problem is a lot of times it's that left foot plant, or I should say their planting foot. Often they don't catch very solid ground when they go to plant.
And here's a foul on the Cougars, so it'll be a free kick.
Like you got underneath him a little bit, perhaps?
Yeah. He came up from behind. You can't be doing that, especially on a header. So here's the free kick. Here's a shot toward the goal.
Show Low staying pretty compact.
Yep. Here controlled by Blue Ridge here. Here's an opportunity. Just gets it out. The Cougar defense. That flash of lightning is coming a little closer. I saw the bolt this time.
Towards Porter Mountain.
Stay over there.
Right.
And so here's the Cougars. They've got the ball. They're going to try to kick it forward. It's going to be headed out of bounds, so they'll keep possession. Will the Cougars, and they'll have a mass substitution here.
Well, that may come into play the last 20, 30 minutes of the game. We'll see. Maybe the last 5 minutes of the first half even. We'll see if they've got better cardio, a little more motor.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That's why we're in the booth, okay?
Right? We're old.
Hey, I'm not sweet, but I don't get wet. I don't do well when it gets wet, okay? So we're in the booth, and we're going to have a throw-in here deep in the Blue Ridge third of the pitch. And here's a throw-in toward the center of the box, and it's going to be kicked out. Is that going to be a corner kick?
Yep.
It's going to be a corner for the Cougars. Cougars will line up.
See if we can play off a deflection here. Or Grayson Tregaska said, approximately 6'3", had a great header the other day.
Here's the corner, and it's headed just wide. And I think that was off a Blue Ridge defender right there. Not quite the Cougars, but you know what? If you put pressure, you never know if it'll be an on-goal situation. Right there, very close. But here we go. Watch. I believe. Yep, right off. Looks like the Blue Ridge defender jumped a little too soon, missed it, and then the Show Low Cougar was able to get ahead on it, but just pushed it wide.
Very nice opportunity, though.
Yes. Very good opportunity for the Show Low Cougars. Really one of the better corners that we've seen so far this game with that opportunity. But here's Blue Ridge. They've got possession. They're kicking it down deep. Here's an opportunity here for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to kick it. And it's nicely saved. Nope, is that a corner?
I'll tell you what, Costello was wide open in the middle. They missed a good opportunity there.
Well, that was a nice job by the Cougar defender because he kind of put his presence between the opportunity of the Blue Ridge Yellow Jacket and the ball. But here's a corner kick for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Here ones go right to the middle, but no one's there for Blue Ridge. Headed back out, but Blue Ridge keeps it in. Here's a shot, deflected up in the air, and Murphy comes in to make the save. Again, Blue Ridge putting pressure on the Cougars. You know, Carter, here, the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, like you said, they're putting pressure on them, and it's one of those things where you put enough pressure in that bend, but don't break, defense will break and allow a goal. And Cougars got to really start doing what they need to do, make some adjustments, and start forcing the issue and not allowing Blue Ridge. It's one thing to allow Blue Ridge to have possession, but on their from the midfield back,
right?
Not in your third of the pitch,
right? And it really seems to be midfield is being won by Blue Ridge today.
So here's a foul. Here's a kick toward the goal, and that's just going to be caught by Murphy. So that's just a long pass, long shot. It's a shot, but it's just really not
relatively harmless.
Yeah, harmless. So here's a long kick by the Cougars. See who's going to corral it. The Cougars fight for it right now for possession. That's going to be
good call.
I don't know. I thought I'm not saying not
you're
a foul
right.
on that.
Blue Ridge did not go straight up.
Right.
But anytime you undercut, the purpose of the referee is to keep the game safe.
Exactly.
And,
Yep. So I guess it worked out because there's the long kick on the free kick.
Right.
All the way down past the goal, not even really a shot, and the goalkeeper just let it go. So now it would be a goal kick for the Cougars. We've got 12 minutes left here in the first half. 0-0 for the Yellow Jackets Cougars. Here's possession by the Yellow Jackets. They've got it on the in third, and here's a shot. Here's a attempt by the Yellow Jackets, just missed it. Cougars are able to defend, but nice opportunity for the Yellow Jackets.
Boy, this has been everything that we could have asked for in terms of excitement.
So here's the throw in. Kicked deep by the Cougars, but maintained possession by the Yellow Jackets. They're going to maintain it, keep it on the outside before it gets knocked out of bounds.
Ball, though. Well, did you happen to see that USA-Japan game?
No.
You want to talk about absolute fantastic ball handling. That Japanese team is so technical. And this is what we're not seeing out of Show Low today. This has not been their normal game in terms of connecting passes.
Here's Blue Ridge in deep. And there's going to be a foul, and that's going to be relatively close. This is going to give Blue Ridge an opportunity here.
Fantastic opportunity.
That's, let's see, from, is that about 20 yards right there? That's going to be from 20 yards, free kick.
Probably about 27 or so. 18.
It looks like it's the 20-yard line on the football.
They're back then, though.
On the pitch.
Right.
Okay. Oh, let's get technical.
I'm just looking at the 18-yard line.
Here we go.
So this is a dangerous spot. You can curl one in. You can find your teammate.
And here's the
especially
kick.
With a wet ball.
Yep, here's the kick, and the goalkeeper, Murphy, with a nice save. Just nice and relaxed. Gets it out front. See if Show Low can go on the attack. It will not. Possession will become Blue Ridge. They'll try to control it, but they'll give it back to the Cougars.
Still a 0-0 game with about 10 minutes left. First half. This has been a great game.
It definitely has been, as you said, more toward Blue Ridge with the possession deep in the Cougar pitch, third of the pitch. Cougars have had their opportunities, though, throughout, especially on a few corner kicks. And they've had a few miscues by the Yellow Jacket defense, but they just haven't been able to come up with a really good shot on goal. And
interesting.
Yeah, I thought that's one that you should have just let go. They both kind of ran, especially
both arms
Dallin.
came up.
Yeah, Dallin. I mean, he looked like he was a fullback for the Cougars right there, trying to run through the defender. And just because he didn't move the defender doesn't mean that the defender had a. And that was Angel Perez. Didn't mean that was a foul on him. But here's a kick for the Show Low Cougars. That's going to be right into the goalkeeper, and that's going to be an easy save.
Yeah, absolutely no doubt. You need a little more backspin on that.
So Spillman getting his job done, gets it out front. Blue Ridge trying to contain, but turns it over. Cougars trying to go fast right here. Here's a header over. Okay, now that's fine. I have no problem with that no call right there. Here's a Blue Ridge. Now they're going to call that. Maybe that's a makeup call. But here's the deal. Even though the defender went over the top of the Cougar player bent over. He didn't go up like he was trying to get the ball. And I think if you're not trying to, then that's not foul.
But generally speaking, the rule is you have to go straight up. If you start going forward and you go over a player,
well, I get it, but if he bends
right?
over and allows that to happen, then I'm sorry, I'm not calling it.
All right,
I'm not calling it. But here's a foul.
That's why you and I are up in the box.
That's
right.
Right. So here's going to be a good opportunity for the Cougars. I believe that's Dallin right now taking the free kick from about 30 yards away. He's going to shoot it, low line drive, skip it, but it's going to go wide. Goalkeeper for the Yellow Jackets, Spielman, he doesn't even have to attempt it. He just lets it go. So a missed opportunity for the Cougars here. One thing that I've seen, Carter, here tonight that I would like to see maybe after the second in the second half is on these free kicks. Really, they're not giving their attackers an opportunity. Right. I mean, they're just kicking it right to the goalie.
Right.
And if you're going to do that, you better have bend it like Beckham, right? I mean, you better have some wicked curve to it. Even a Clayton Kershaw curveball, that presents itself difficult for a goalkeeper. But here, these are easy balls for both sides to come up with.
Right. I think a lot of it's adrenaline and just not thinking the process through of supporting your teammates.
I mean, we're seeing it both sides. Right. Blue Ridge with their free kicks are kicking it straight to Murphy. And Murphy, they're coming up with saves, but these are, as we like to say, those are the easy saves.
Well, as I've got it right now, Blue Ridge has actually doubled the dangerous shots of Show Low so far.
So Blue Ridge will have throw in again as it gets headed back out. Got 6:45 here in the first half between the number 2 ranked Cougars and the number 11 ranked Yellow Jackets in a key 3A fall region game. Here's a possession. It's going to be kicked too far over, and there's a turnover by the Yellow Jackets. Cougars to see if they can take advantage. They've got it on the Blue Ridge side. It's going to maintain Cougar. ball, and they're going to have a substitution.
Well, if we had the opportunity to speak to the coaches at halftime, I know one question I would ask of Show Low's coach, Andrew Brumfield, would be, why are we not keeping a 9 up top or center striker? Those defenders were able to collapse down to the bottom of the D. They're gaining an extra 10, 15 yards.
Absolutely. You do want, as you said, Card, you want your striker to be up top. You don't want those defenders to come down. Oh, here's a shot. Here's an opportunity in the middle of the field. Here's a shot. And it's up and above the crossbar. I think Spillman was able to get a glove on that, maybe a fingernail to help that over the crossbar. Great shot right there.
That was number 13, Brendan Bustillos.
And that's a lefty. That's a great shot, and that was credit. They didn't call it. They allowed the goal kick, but it looked like on a replay, when he pushed it over the crossbar. Right. So maybe Blue Ridge gets away with one on this possession. But again, great opportunity with a pass to the middle right there between. Who's the player again?
It was Brendan Bustillos.
Brendan Bustillos and the defender for Yellow Jackets collide. The defender goes down, and Bustillos gains control and has a great opportunity, but it's just a little bit high and great. I think I'm going to call that a great save,
right?
By Spillman. But here's Blue Ridge back, and there's a shot that's going to go wide of the net. Both teams all of a sudden with opportunities here in the last 5 minutes of the first half. So here's a Cougars on the possession here, being pressured here. Give back up to the Yellow Jackets. Here's to the ball in the middle. Kick out to the side, but then back into a possession by Blue Ridge. Here's a shot, and it's going to be wide by the Yellow Jackets. That's Luis Perez with the shot.
On this replay, I hope we get an opportunity to see it. It looked to me like they were delayed in stepping up because they've got to get between the ball and the goal. You cannot give him a lane like this. He is dangerous. And he just couldn't. We'll put that back foot up. That was a good effort.
Yeah, he just couldn't quite corral it and get his feet set where he wanted it to be.
Right. I wonder how slippery it is. It'll be interesting to talk to players after the game.
Well, I'm sure it plays in the minds, obviously.
Right.
It's in the back of your mind. But you know what? Sometimes you want to look like, hey, I'm going to be on the blooper show right there by trying to plant and let my foot go. That was a foul on the Cougars, absolutely. A little shove and a grab by the Cougars. So here's a free kick down.
I'm kind of wondering to what purpose.
Was
frustration?
You mean the foul by the Cougars? Yeah.
There's no point in that.
Right. Well, it's a rivalry game.
It is the rivalry.
It's the rivalry game, Mr. Anderson. You going to tell me you don't know why there's a little extracurricular activities going on between the two?
And these two teams have played club against each other since they were junior high. Some of these.
Here's a give right up the middle. Great opportunity for the Cougars. They're going to control it to the outside. Blue Ridge gets back. Here's a shot in. Put back out. Fight for it inside in the middle. And finally, it's a scrum. And finally out by Blue Ridge. And they're going to kick it to the outside. If they get control, they might come on a counterattack right here, and they're going to get it right to the middle.
It's 4v4 right now.
Right there. And it just into the middle. It's still going, and Blue Ridge still maintains possession. Can't quite get a hold of it right there is Luis for the Yellow Jackets. He's going to kick it to the outside. He's going to make a run and see if he's going to be able to get to the middle. And that's going to be kicked out. And that's going to be a goal kick, a corner kick right there by Blue Ridge. Nice job by Blue Ridge
to get in the corner. That was well done.
Well done by Cougars, but give credit to the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets for putting the pressure and getting an opportunity here for a corner kick with 2 minutes left in this half.
Senior midfielder, he knows the game.
Here's the kick up. Let's see. Cougars do a nice job of defending. We're going to have a foul, and that's going to go against Blue Ridge.
I'm guessing we had a push-off in the box.
So I see the Blue Ridge thinking on the corners is they're trying to get it high because they feel like they have a little bit of a height advantage, and they're trying to get their guys to get the headers. But Cougars are doing a great job of positioning themselves, not allowing the Yellow Jackets to get in that opportunity for the header off these corner kicks. So credit to Cougar defense for getting in the way and standing, quote-unquote, tall.
Right, and they're not getting second opportunities for the most part. Josiah, well, actually both Josiahs for that matter, have held onto the ball. They've not put it back on the ground. Good battle at midfield.
And Cougars going to send it deep. Let's see if they're able to get to the attack here. They get possession. It's going to go to the left of the box, and it's going to be knocked out by the Yellow Jackets. We got a minute 10 left.
Good opportunity here.
This is probably one of the times we didn't want to take a substitution because you got momentum, as you said. You know, it kind of delays the game and allows Blue Ridge to get settled here defensively. So Show Low with the throw in to the middle of the field. We got 48 seconds left. It's going to go back to the outside. Cougars looking. Nutmegged. And here's a slip by the defender out, but Blue Ridge has maintained control, and they're going to get it deep back to midfield with 33 seconds. And here's a steal by the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, but can't control it. But it is a turnover. Blue Ridge will get possession. They're going to kick it deep, but they don't have anybody ready there. Oh, headed right to the Yellow Jackets. They might have one last opportunity here before the end of this half. And here's Ramirez. He's got it. He's going to shoot with his left, and that's going to be wide. Opportunity there with 12 seconds left. Blue Ridge doing a nice job controlling possession, passing, and getting off a nice left foot shot by, I believe, Luis Perez. So this will be the end right here. Unless they're getting, injury time, right? So they're going to have injury time. So we're playing through. Not sure exactly how much.
I would think no more than a minute, huh?
Yeah. So both teams still have opportunities here. Cougars trying to get it out of their side of the pitch. Blue Ridge doing a nice job keeping it in, maintaining it. They still have possession here. And here's a takedown. That's going to be a foul. That's a foul on the Cougars. And you hear some of the fans out there going, oh, come on, ref. But that was a foul.
Oh, absolutely it was. And I questioned the place on the field and the timing of it. That was not necessary.
No.
Play contained soccer, stay between them and the ball, or stay between the goal and the ball.
So this will be a free kick for the Yellow Jackets from about 33 yards out. And we're in extra time right now. Here comes the kick. He's going to low line drive it, and it's going to be knocked out by the goalkeeper. That's Murphy right there knocking it out. That'll be a corner for Blue Ridge. See if they can take advantage here. Again, they're going to try to kick it high and deep. And here's Cougar defense again, knocking it out, and that will be the end of the half here in an exciting game, an exciting Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota between the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets and the Show Low Cougars. Not in football, that's coming Friday, but here on the pitch between the two soccer clubs here tonight. And it's 0-0 going to halftime.
You know, I know a lot of people who watch football and baseball would be not that excited about a 0-0 score, but what people do not realize is that in a 0-0 game, every run down is effectively like the last 2 minutes of a football game or last 2 minutes of a basketball game. You have the potential for either a go-ahead goal, a tie goal, in this case a 0-0 game, obviously the go-ahead goal. Just everything gets amplified in these
Value is a car that goes for 200,000 miles and a product specialist that's not on commission. It's a truck that fires up every morning so you can provide for your family, and a complimentary maintenance plan, including roadside service for 2 years or 25,000 miles. It's what you get instead of what you pay. All areas where Toyota is a value leader. Hatch Toyota brings you more Kelley Blue Book Best Buys than any other manufacturer. We're also one of the largest supporters of nonprofit organizations, the arts, children's sports, and local charities whose efforts benefit our local residents. We provide jobs and support other local businesses by buying their products and paying taxes for schools and first responders. We believe the health of a community depends on being involved. Whether you live in Show Low, Pine Top, Alpine, or anywhere in the White Mountains, these are the dollars you spend with us going back into our community. Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years. Come to the dealership that supports your community.
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO, experienced physicians, and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
And welcome back to the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Halftime Report. You're listening to a special edition of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. We're on the pitch tonight here, folks. We're in the rivalry game between 3A East opponents in the Fall region, the Show Low Cougars, the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, and it's 0-0 at halftime. This is Byron Brown B Square with Carter Anderson. And Carter, here tonight, we're seeing a much different team here in the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets as opposed to when you last saw them at when it was a away game for the Show Low Cougars. They're more aggressive here tonight. They have been, and putting really the Cougars on their heels.
Right. So as I recall, they may have had one or two defenders that weren't able to play in that game. And I don't remember the exact scenario, whether it was a red card or something to that effect. But regardless, they had a couple players that weren't playing, and I wonder if they pulled some midfielders back to play defense. And ultimately, that has led to improved midfield now that those midfielders are back. That's my guess. But you've got the number one team in the East going against the number 3 team. Everything that we could expect.
That's very true. And as you said right there, Show Low Cougars. Should we say like the Show Low Club Cougars? You know, Show Low Club, the whole soccer thing.
Right,
football,
the FC.
Right, the FC, the Show Low FC. And number 1 in the East, and the BRFC, in third, and I believe the Snowflake Lobos FC is in second. So, but what's key for the Show Low Cougars here tonight is that they're number 2 in the state rankings according to the PowerPoints, power rankings, and they're number 2, I believe, behind Chino Valley,
right?
Who's always number 1, number 2,
undefeated.
year in, year out.
Right.
And but if you show the Cougars, you want that number 2 spot because of the way the tournament goes forth. You get a bye in the first round, I believe, and then you get to play a home game and before you have to go on. So you get that extra rest. So key situation for the Show Low Cougars here that they want to maintain that number 2 overall ranking. And for Blue Ridge, they're number 11 in the power rankings. And I think it's there's 16 teams or 12 teams that make the playoffs for soccer. And so Blue Ridge is kind of in that gray area.
Well, they're doing solid, but I'll tell you what, if it ends up just as it is right now, I'd be a little worried if I were Show Low. They're far enough ahead of the third-place team, but they would not have any room left at the end of the season for any further ties. So this is going to be big. Shots on goal so far, Show Low's got 7. Blue Ridge, by my count, has 13, and the dangerous shots are flat out doubled. Show Low's got 4. Blue Ridge has 8. And there have been a couple of exciting moments.
Yeah, a great opportunity for Blue Ridge early on. And throughout this match, but early on, they had a couple good opportunities by Ramirez, but just wide of the goal. And then for the Cougars, it was
we had a couple actually pretty decent shots.
You keep taking my roster. You cannot do that. You know the kids from Show Low. I do not. We've had a couple
I think
opportunities.
You're thinking of Brendan Vastillos with that left-footed shot.
Yes, that
was just rocketed, and Josiah, the Blue Ridge keeper, just came up with a fantastic stop.
Yeah, that was the shot that I was thinking about. I appreciate you coming up with that. That was awesome. Great shot. But also early on, Dallin Richards had an opportunity. Got a little excited, and he took it. He went with his left foot, where I think if he would have just tapped it with the outside of the left foot away from the goalkeeper, then he would have had an empty net.
Could have walked it. Right.
But again, we know that sometimes that adrenaline, and you're just trying to get it, and you can't believe that you got the ball right there. And so both sides having opportunities.
Yeah, it's a risk versus a reward. It's a little cheeky to do something like that, but sometimes you got to have those visions of grandeur. You got to go after it, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Don't you want to be on the spotlight, right? You want the highlight video.
Well, they're nearing their final bow out as a senior, and certainly there's not a great chance that these two groups of boys will face each other the rest of the season. There is a shot, I suppose, in playoffs. But that being said, a 6-year rivalry, these guys have played each other over and over and over. And both want it.
Both do want it. And right here, Carter, I looked it up. It's 8. The top 8 go. So right now, Blue Ridge is on the outside looking in. So this is a key game for them to try to pick up some power points. Right. Look, you get more if you get the win. If you get a tie, it's okay. You're going to move up a little bit because of the strength of the opponent.
Right.
But you need the W.
Right. Well, it does help, too, that for Blue Ridge, it would be an away game. And a tie in a region game away is definitely going to move them up a few points.
So we got like 2 minutes left here in the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report, and thank you all for here listening and watching this special edition of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. You're listening to Byron Brown, B Square, and Carter Anderson. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the second half action between Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets and the Show Low Cougars on the pitch.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
If you signed up for the Affordable Connectivity Plan with another company, your ACP with Cellular One will be canceled automatically. The FCC allows only one ACP plan per household. This is a problem if the company you've signed with can't provide service in your area. No service means no internet, no hotspot. No one can match our coverage area. Cellular One's ACP comes with 60 gigabytes of LTE data. Don't get talked into getting less. Visit any Cellular One store today or at mycellularone.com. Local, here to help. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply, limited time only, non-transferable. Limited to one line per household.
It's football season, and for our September special, we are giving away front row tickets to see the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, you not only get free dinners at Los Corrales, baby, and free movie tickets at the WME theaters, but this month, your name goes in the hat for 2 front row tickets to see the Cardinals battle the Saints Thursday night, October 20th at Cardinal Stadium in Glendale. Plus, you get gas money and motel the night of the game. Right now, get dinners and movies, or choose full-service car washes, or $100 in window tint. And your name goes in the hat for front row Arizona Cardinals tickets. Oh, and if you don't like football, we will simply give you $1,000 cash. You know the number.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back.
And welcome back to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week special edition presented by Hatch Toyota. This is Byron Brown B Square with Carter Anderson. We're at the pitch of the Show Low Cougars here in this key 3A East region game between the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets and the Show Low Cougars. It is 0-0, and we've begun the second half here tonight, and there was a quick downfield kick, a goal kick for the Cougars after that. Right now, the ball at midfield. Cougars have possession. They're on the attack. They've got possession still. They've got it. Here's a shot coming across, but unfortunately no one going with it to to put the attack on it on the back side, so that's just going to fall harmlessly outside, and this will be a goal kick for the Yellow Jackets. Spillman with the kick. Headed by the Cougars. Headed forth by the Yellow Jackets. Just we'll see who comes up with possession here. And the Cougars have it right now. Nope, and it gets turned over. Here's the Yellow Jackets. Little attack here. Pass to the middle. Dangerous right now, but Cougars are able to corral it, get it up front, try to get attack of their own, but it is thwarted. Here's a one down the sidelines, and it's going to be out of bounds.
I believe they called that offsides, and there's offsides, and then there's 10 foot of offsides. Not pretty.
And that was 10 foot of offsides.
That was definitively 10 foot of offsides.
Well, Carter, some of the fans did not agree with you.
Well, that's all right.
And that's why there shouldn't be any offsides. Let it go. Let it go. So
we have blue lines like hockey?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, don't.
nothing,
even hockey should even give that up. There's no blue line. Look, if you want to do a 5 blue line pass, let it go.
I played basketball with you. I know that you like playing kind of that snake in the grass.
That's right. I cherry pick all the time.
Cherry pick, yep.
Absolutely. It's because I don't have a shot, so I need the layup.
I was just thinking that, those bunny shots.
That's right. That's my game right there. Cherry pick and get the easy layups.
Do we call that a shot?
No.
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 No. So here's kick by Murphy, and that's going to be down deep. Cougars have possession. They get it to the outside. See what they're going to do. They're going to get outside and see if he can get across. And he's getting knocked off. I think that's a foul.
That's going to be a foul.
And I believe that's in the box, so that should be a free kick.
Should be.
Penalty kick.
Yep.
Right here.
No card coming out, it doesn't look like.
No, that was.
But that was.
Really by the defender. He didn't need to do that. And that's number 2 right there. Luis Chavez having a penalty in the box. I believe that's going to be a free kick.
I think that they called him because he got body before ball, but boy, that was really
okay,
close.
Well, they're calling it a corner.
You know, probably that was a good call.
So here's the corner kick, and it's knocked out by Blue Ridge. So the Cougars have possession up top, and they'll be kicked out by the Yellow Jackets, but maintained by the Cougars. Here's a long pass, but that's going to go right to the goalkeeper.
Smart.
Who's going to pick it up. We could talk about that, Carter. I thought, and maybe it wasn't in the box. I'm trying to see where it is.
It was definitely in the box.
So, to me, that's a penalty kick.
Yeah, my guess is probably the side ref. They have they have speakers that they can communicate back and forth, and my guess is that he probably waved him off. Went for a second opinion. Hey, did you think? They can talk back and forth.
They can communicate to each other. Mm-hmm. Well, they're probably doing a better job than you and I.
10-4.
Okay, but and that's fine. And kudos to them if that's what they came up with and said, hey, we're going to. Hey, I'm going to call this foul, and the other guy say, hey, no, that was probably, he went for the ball and
got ball
got body,
whatever.
Right. So,
well, unfortunately,
kudos to them.
We don't get to interview the refs after the game.
No, hey, kudos to them. If we're going to go with it,
right? Because
very rarely, do we give kudos to the refs? Right. Okay, so let's give it to them,
right? So
give them credit. So that was a corner kick, and by the Cougars, they weren't able to take advantage. But here's an opportunity for them to go on the attack. That's Blue Ridge is going to kick it out.
I wonder if this is by design that they're picking on the right side here, or if it's just coincidence. We'll see if it continues pattern here.
Here's a deep throw in, and that's going to be That's and he's looks like I'm trying to make sure he's all right.
He's all right, right?
He's okay, but definitely is a foul. It's always the fun part when you go to games and stuff, and you hear the fans and look, that was a pretty clear cut foul. Okay,
right.
There's no that was clear cut. And here's the goal kick, and then
that was not smart.
No, that's the Show Low keeper that's going to kick it up, but that's going to be maintained by Blue Ridge, and they're going to get possession deep in the Cougar territory.
Yeah, those half volleys coming from the keeper when they're bouncing hard and fast, that is dangerous.
Well, especially in wet grass.
Right. Much better to step back, just take it in your hands.
So he'll be the throw-in. Goes deep, headed toward the middle. Corralled by the Cougars. Now to the Blue Ridge. They're going to take a shot. Let's see what's going to be called right there. I think he's calling it. Is the ref going to call it? Outside the box, but he is going to call a foul right there. It's probably a 50-50 call, but right there. But you're going to give it to Blue Ridge, right? They're being the aggressor and taking a shot. And I think right there, I'm not sure I would call it because he was off balance right there on the shot. But again,
and it was on the follow-through.
You got to take it. Yeah, but again, being aggressive, you're going to get the call.
Right.
So there's a free kick right here for Blue Ridge. Great opportunity right now.
Got a 4-man line.
And that's 15, I believe. That's Ramirez.
So
Ramirez is going to take it. He's going to try to kick it in, and it's over.
Harmlessly over the top.
Almost got the field goal, but it hit the crossbar of the field goal post. No good. Not only no good for the goal, but no good for 3 points in football. So, 32 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the second half. Blue Ridge with a great shot opportunity right there, but Ramirez just high. That was a nice shot by Ramirez. I know it was high, but it was a good hard line drive, little curve to it. Now Show Low has an opportunity from the midfield. See how they attack this. Here's the kick. They're going to kick it up. See if they can get behind the goalie, and it's just knocked out by Blue Ridge. It's going to give a corner kick for the Cougars, who seem to have done better with their corner kicks than the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets trying to go up high, see if they can't just get somebody, take advantage of their tallness and see if they can't, their height, and try to knock one in. But Show Low kind of kicks it straight at, but right there, nice job by Spillman.
Pretty harmless.
To come out and grab that and throw it forward for maybe an attack by Blue Ridge.
I'm a little surprised neither team has done a set play out of that corner, doing a short. There's plenty of options besides just kicking it into the 6.
Well, maybe they're saving it for the playoffs.
Not showing each other's cards. That's
right.
it.
That's
I
right.
like it.
So here's a handball called. So free kick again by Show Low. Let's see if they're able to take advantage, just like they did last time to get a corner kick. Here's a shot. It's going to go deep into the corner, right to the goalie, and Spielman's going to make the save. And here he's going to roll it out. The Blue Ridge has got numbers. They can go on the counter offensive right here. Not quite able to take advantage to see if they're able to control the ball. Going back and forth, ping-ponging right now. See who finally gets it. And Show Low will have an out of bounds.
Not taking advantage of no offsides and throw-ins. We should be throwing down the line.
Yeah, it seems like Show Low's kind of taking their time on that. Here's a header. Here's an opportunity. Being pressured, Show Low is, and they finally kick it out, and that's going to be a goal kick.
That angle's not going to score.
No, it's not the angle that's going to score, but it puts pressure out there. Okay, I give it to I give it to the Show Low right there for putting the pressure on them. Hey, you never know. Look, any game that's out there, it doesn't matter if it's football, baseball, soccer. We've seen fluky goals and fluky things happen that all of a sudden you're like, why in the world are they doing that? And something positive happens. You never know.
Right.
And again, maybe the defender gets a toe on it and you get a corner out of it. So I just like the pressure by the Cougars right there. Now we're going back and forth at midfield trying to figure out who's got it. And Show's going to come up with it. They're going to lead it, but it's going to be defended there by Blue Ridge. No! What a play right there. Who's that number 19 for the
Garrett? Garrett Brumfield, coach's son.
Nice job right there by Garrett. That was the hustle play on the earlier one that we were just talking about. You were talking about the bad angle, but Garrett showing, not giving up. And right there, you see it again. I thought the defender for Blue Ridge was going to have an ample time to kick it out, but Garrett had a shot, went wide. Now he's got a corner opportunity for the Show Low Cougars.
Well, yeah, but it looks to me like they pulled him off.
Here's the left foot. He's got it. There's an opportunity, but the header goes over too high. Great opportunity, great corner for the Cougars right there. That was the left foot of a Cougar player that sends it right into the area for a header and just over the crossbar. And Sholo's going to get possession here. .28 minutes and 50 seconds here in the second half. It's 0-0 between the Yellow Jackets and the Cougars. Here's the throw in deep, and that's just good. It doesn't matter. They want to call handball, but it doesn't matter when out. It's going to be a goal kick one way or the other.
Might be 5 yard versus a 6 yard kick.
Exactly.
Right?
It's your possession one way or the other. Doesn't matter the call. So Blue Ridge with the free kick. And they're going to send it long to midfield. Be chest bumped by the Cougar defense, and ball gets past them. Here's an opportunity for Blue Ridge, putting the pressure on and causing a turnover.
Well, they'll give them an opportunity to reset their defense.
Blue Ridge with an inbounds pass. They're going to throw it wide. That's going to be headed back. Blue Ridge maintains possession. Cougars knock it away. They're going to go up, put
Good
an attack
run.
right here. And
Just didn't quite out.
Nope. What are they?
I don't know what looks like.
Are they calling it? Oh, they're calling
it
it
out of bounds.
Yes, calling the foul.
Ah, they did. You're right.
They called the foul.
As always, be squared.
As always, be squared.
Right.
You don't want to say, as always, be square right. Makes the right call. No, it's just, hey, as always, it's be square.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate me being me. Here's a shot on goal. It's going to go wide.
You keep bringing me cups of Starbucks. You're always right, brother.
Yo, again, we've talked about this earlier, Carter, and we'll just kind of, I think we have to really hit on this point is on these free kicks, they're just not taking advantage of it. They're not putting pressure, both sides, the Yellow Jackets and the Cougars, not really putting pressure on the goalkeeper. They're just trying to shoot it straight in from that distance, and they are wide or making it's an easy save for the goalie.
Right. Yeah, we need to see more backside from both teams. They need to hit that back post with a nice, soft, arcing ball, little backspin. Let them do some damage from the player standpoint because they are doing absolutely nothing by shooting straight at the keeper.
Cougars have possession right now. They're going to try to shoot it forward. Headed it, but it'll be corralled by the Blue Ridge defense, who's going to kick it up front and forward and out of bounds, so that'll be possession Cougars. Cougars doing a much better job in the second half of putting pressure on the getting the offensive attack going against this Blue Ridge defense as opposed to the first half where you didn't see a lot of attack by Show Low Cougars and more so by the Yellow Jackets.
Right, whatever adjustment was done, it was a good adjustment. I'm not sure if it was personnel, if they did a little formational change, but definitely has been more pressure on to Blue Ridge this time.
And here's Blue Ridge putting pressure, getting the ball up front, forcing the Cougars defense to kick it out, and they're going to have a throw in. So here comes the throw in. It's going to be thrown into the middle. Kick back out. Is it going to be maintained? It's going to be kicked out by the Cougars. Still possession to Blue Ridge. Throw in. Kick it into the middle right here. Got an opportunity. Crowded, a lot of black shirts. Here's a shot on goal, and it's good! Goal, Blue Ridge!
First to crack the ice.
How about that? That's number 10 for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. That's Vito. That's the Italian. The Italian hoagie.
Well, his shot was as precision as you'd see with any Italian car, right? That was wonderful.
Exactly.
Did you see who got the assist by chance?
That was, I believe, number 4. That was Madrigal. Madrigal got it. Kind of went right to him, and then look at that shot right there. 19?
Looked like a drop.
Or no, Ramirez.
Right.
And here's Blue Ridge again on the attack after that goal. It's out. And again, how about Vito with the precision shot, line drive? I mean, basically, he had a soccer ball distance between the goalkeeper and the bar, and he was able to place that ball right between both, that small, slim area for the Yellow Jackets, who now lead 1-0. Let's see what they do here. They're kind of keeping on the attack right here. Here's another shot, long shot, but easily corralled by the goalkeeper, Murphy.
Well, as you pointed out, if you just keep the ball in the box, good things sometimes happen. Funny things bounce your way, bounce away from you.
Well, and that's something that you see that Blue Ridge kind of got back to. They hadn't seen it really in the second half, but right there they were the aggressor. You saw the Cougar defense a little bit more on their heels, and so all of a sudden that ball popped right to Vito.
Right.
And Vito doesn't miss.
Well, I tell my players the second goal is the most important of the game. The next goal is going to be either a tying goal or it's going to put them up 2-0 and kind of break the back of your opponent. So this is going to be an exciting, sort of most likely next couple minutes.
It'll be a free kick for the Cougars. And that goal came at the 26th mark, or I guess if we're going to be technically correct, the 66th minute
right
of the match here on the pitch at Show Low. Like all those big words?
I'm impressed.
Like those soccer terms right there? So let's see what Show Low does on this free kick. They're going to kick it deep. And again,
harmless again.
Harmless.
Wow.
Again, I am stunned that the Cougars aren't trying to do more with those free shots as opposed to just kicking it in a general vicinity and hopefully maybe seeing a ping pong, but most of the time they're being harmless.
Right. Sometimes that testosterone takes over. Sometimes it's adrenaline.
For you, it's adrenaline.
Adrenaline, clearly.
Yes. Yeah. I'm glad you knew where I was going with that.
Oh,
didn't
absolutely.
You? Thank you.
Yeah.
Kind of see you see a little bit of pressure on the Cougars to do something to respond, and right now if you're the Cougars, you had been doing well on the attack and having the ball in Blue Ridge's side of the pitch. Just kind of maintain it. Don't try to force the issue if you're the Cougars here. You still have time. You got 22 and a half minutes left.
Possession-wise, they played well the second half. They just need to keep grinding.
Absolutely, and I think if you take a little bit better care of the free kicks, you can get back in this game. You can tie this game.
Right. And Blue Ridge just needs to keep doing what they're doing. They are playing fine.
What I like about Blue Ridge, what they're doing is they're forcing the issue. They're not just going, hey, let's sit back and I'm going to use a basketball terminology, go to four corners.
Right.
Sit back in their own and try to maintain possession. I think anytime you do that, you're giving the advantage back to the team that's down because they're going to be the aggressor, and you're just being passive.
So, again, we had 4 defenders for Blue Ridge with no black shirts anywhere in them. I'm not sure.
Now here's Blue Ridge forcing the attack, and guessing what? Causing a turnover right there. Getting the ball is the Yellow Jackets. Here's a throw-in. Nobody there right there. They got, trying to get the ball to the middle.
Look how high their defenders are.
Yep. And just trying to – it's ping-pong back and forth, and now it'll be finally kicked out. Cougar maintains possession on the throw-in. And, Carter, go ahead and talk about what you're seeing here from the Cougars, what you're seeing and why it's kind of not Cougar style.
So the disconcerting thing is when you don't have that striker up and you are able to bring Blue Ridge's defenders up another 10 yards, effectively they are turning into midfielders. And you've got numbers. You just simply have bigger numbers at midfield than Show Low, who's going to be dropping underneath the ball and sagging in. They're going to get 5-6 effectively defenders or defending mids underneath the ball. And they're going to have to figure out some way of keeping that defense spread out. The problem is there's no passing lanes once that occurs.
Right. Well, also, I think also if you keep a striker up there, you're allowing, if you don't, like you're saying they don't have, you're allowing the defense to actually become part of the offensive attack. Maintain that ball and then kick it out. So, you're allowing Blue Ridge to actually have 10 on the offensive attack as opposed to maybe having the 7 or whatnot. So here's a throw in for the Cougars. They're going to throw it in. It's headed back out. Cougars will maintain possession. And Dalen.
We just got correction on his pronunciation. I happen to know that, and I probably should have corrected you earlier.
But we all
you put that on me.
But you know that I'm still not going to get it correct. I say it correctly now because I got the enunciation, but Since I've done it for the last 60 minutes of the game, I probably will not get it correct, but Dalen of the Cougars. And so now we have a foul here from Show Low.
That was clearly elbow came off the body. It was shoulder on shoulder, but we're getting fans asking for cards. I'm not sure it was card. Well, you know what? That was marginal.
Okay, but really technically, I'm not even sure really what cards really do. I mean, a yellow, so you give it to us. I get the, hey, after a while, if you get a second yellow, you're gone. But typically after the first one, it's you don't see a second one unless it's real aggressive. So here's the free kick down. They do a better job. They get it inside, but they can't maintain possession. And now let's see if the Yellow Jackets are going to counterattack right now. They've got possession all the way down inside the back third of the Cougars' pitch. They still maintain the pass out to the middle, corralled by the Cougars. Now the Cougars, again, like you said, the Yellow Jackets have 6 guys back on defense, not allowing those passing lanes. See what the Cougars can do. They've got the possession. Going to the outside, seeing if they can get to the middle. Staying out the side. And now here it's taken away by the Yellow Jackets. Kicked to the midfield. Now it's kicked up. See, here's a free ball right here. Oh, just.
Show Low missed a great opportunity there. They had defender, the weak side defender was out of position by 5-6 yards. They had an opportunity to go over the top and right to the goal, and unfortunately they just didn't see it.
No field vision is what you're saying there, Mr. Anderson. So here comes a free kick for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to boot it down into the chest of the Cougar defense. The Cougars will have it. They're going to kick it forward, and it's going to be Cougar ball at the midfield. Now they're going to kick it deep. Let's see if there's a little run right there. Got some defenders back, but possessed by the Cougars right there. Will he have it? No. Yes, he gets it back. He's in the box, trying to get it to the middle, and it's knocked away by the Yellow Jackets. Nice possession by the Cougars.
Would have rather seen him turn and go to baseline at that rather than put it right back in the middle. When you got 5-6 white jerseys and 1 black, it's just pretty difficult to get a shot off decently.
Yeah, there's
a little more creative.
Nice job, though, by Cougars. They had like 4 defenders back there, and they're still able to maintain possession. So Cougars get the ball to the outside. Here's a shot down to the middle. They've got a player up there, and it just goes wide, just misses. I think that was 19 right there.
That's Garrett Brumfield. Yeah, he's going to not sleep well tonight on that one, I have a feeling.
Yeah, Garrett right there, just through the wickets between his legs. He just kind of didn't quite get the toe on what he wanted there and goes harmlessly away. This is a free kick, goal kick for Blue Ridge.
Interesting change that Show Low did. They put the left footer on the right side, on the right wing, and they put the right footer on the left side.
Here's Dalen getting it to the outside, tried to go back to the middle, back to Dalen, but it wasn't done, and they got a foul right now against Blue Ridge. So here's a free kick coming up for the Cougars, and this is where you can score from. If you're the Cougars, you can, again, the 27-yard line. 27 yards out, right here.
Yeah, approximately. Yeah, maybe
I'm
30.
just making funny because I'm using
right.
the regular field, and you're like, oh, it's back at the back line. But anyway, here's a golden opportunity for the Show Low Cougars on this free kick.
Exactly 30. Let's see what he can do. If he can curl one on. He's left-footed. I would think that he would start it outside the far bar and bring it back into the corner, but maybe they play a short one here.
Who is that? Is that Garrett?
Taking the kick actually is Brendan Bastillos, the junior, 4-year starter.
Squeezes it through, but it's just going wide. Looks like there was.
Yeah, they're asking for a corner. Yeah, it is a corner kick.
All right, so Blue Ridge touched it, but it looked like after the kick, he went to one of his teammates on the right-hand side and was like, "Hey, you forgot the run." Mm-hmm. I got it through there, hoping that maybe you get the run, and it did. Obviously, it did touch somebody, but it went away, and looks like it's going to be back to the Blue Ridge. It's 1-0. Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets of the Show Low Cougars. We got 14 and a half minutes left here in the second half. The goal came from the Yellow Jackets. That was Vito in the 66th minute of this match.
Yeah, if there's ever a time to start having some panic, now is it.
Well, and there's really playing hard, and there's going to be a foul on Dalen, who I'm not sure where that came from. I mean, maybe when he landed, but Dalen was just trying to get possession of the ball, and they both came together, and Blue Ridge player went on the ground. I thought maybe on the first go around, but on here, he has possession, and then right there, the guy tried to get the ball away from him, and you're going to run over him. I mean, that's just the way it was, but they call a foul, so
I think
free
had
kick.
he touched the ball, he'd been all right, but unfortunately didn't.
Well, again, it's one of those things where inconceivable you're going to run into the guy. You can't, and it wasn't like on purpose. Oh, here's an opportunity for the Yellow Jackets. They've got it inside the box, pass to the middle, and they're going to call a foul.
Wow.
Foul.
That looked like a flat-out dive. This will be fun to see on replay.
And that was
He
that's
sold
number
it well.
4, Madrigal. And the pressure was by Mendoza. The Yellow Jackets got it into the box, passed back to Madrigal, who was taken down. It was outside the box.
Yeah.
So prime opportunity. Carter agrees with the call.
I do.
So
see what they can do with it.
So good call by the refs. Free kick. Looks like it's going to be Mendoza that's going to take it.
Moving it back to the 10-yard.
Just waiting for
So
the
looks like they're
whistle.
blocking
Here's the
left
whistle.
side and giving him
And
the right.
Here's the shot. It's going to be tall.
Harmless, yep.
So an opportunity for the Yellow Jackets goes awry over the crossbar. Again, harmlessly, a harmless move right here. And again, we've talked about it. I know you can score from there, but you got to give your teammates that opportunity to maybe get a rebound. Force the issue, force the goalie to make a play or bounce off a defender and let your teammates get a rebound. Get an opportunity off of that. But you can't if you just kick it harmlessly over or to the sides.
Sometimes when it's real close and tight like that, you're almost better off doing a short little pass just to the side of the 4 people that are setting up the line. And if you can get deflection, got a player down.
Yeah, we have a player down.
They're
They're going to they're calling for the coach to come out. So this will add to extra time. The clock doesn't. Well, okay, it did stop.
It's Garrett Brumfield. I know he's had some issues with cramping earlier this season.
We have 11:46 on the scoreboard clock.
Oh, good show of sportsmanship there.
And they're going to walk him off here. One 0 Blue Ridge over the Show Low Cougars here in a key 3A East fall soccer matchup. Number 2 Show Low Cougars behind the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, ranked number 11 in power points. Big win if Blue Ridge can hold on.
This is going to rattle some cages across the state, no doubt about it.
Well, not only that, but I'm not sure exactly where the standings are for 3A East, but Snowflake's in second, and I'm sure they're probably not that far behind between the two teams.
Yeah, Show Low is 4-0. Snowflake is 3-0-1.
Here's Show Low. Here's a shot. Deflected out. That's going to be Cougar ball right there. They're going to throw it in. Headed back out. That was an opportunity for Show Low. They maintain it. Kick it back. Try to kick to the middle. Control. See if they can't get it to the outside. But here it's stolen by the Yellow Jackets. Now they may come on their own counter-offensive, but it's kicked out of bounds. Maintained by Blue Ridge.
That slide tackle was clean. He got ball first. Heard a couple fans out there.
Well, saw a little action, a little bit more aggressiveness by the Cougar Soccer Club right here offensively, but just not able to get it on goal right now.
Yeah, I expect they'll start throwing numbers up here pretty quick. You'll start seeing a couple defenders go up and try to play midfield and get numbers going forward.
Right now, it's just playing ping pong right now, going out.
But that'll lead to a good opportunity for Blue Ridge to get a fast counter, too. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, here's a header back into the box, but no one for Show Low around. So it's cleared, but maintained possession by the Cougars. They're going to force the issue, put it back up, but he's offsides. Offsides on the Cougars.
Well, they were right in front of the ref, so I have no doubt that that was probably a good call.
It's, Carter, in soccer, as the offensive, attacker, striker, whatever, wing. But when you're up there, it's like you got to be focused and know exactly where the defenders are and just hurry up and get back on. You cannot just walk up and go, well, they're not going to kick it to me, because guess what? That's when they do.
Right.
So Blue Ridge is going to have possession here with just under 10 minutes, 9:30 left in this match, and they're on the third of the Show Low side of the pitch. It's now controlled. Show Low's got it.
Dalen that made the corner there. That was a good play.
Yep, got it out. Let's see. Show Low's going to have to.
Show Low's got to put some numbers up.
Exactly.
Goodness, can't play 1 versus 4.
That's out of bounds, so it'll be Blue Ridge throw in. And he's going to throw it to the middle, and that's going to be corralled by the Cougars. And that's going to be then kicked out by Blue Ridge. See if they get possession. Cougars have it. They're going to go to the outside. Here's a little run. Here's a run right now. And knocked out of the way by the Blue Ridge defender. Here's another kick. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Cougars hurrying up. And we're going to have play called. Stop on that block of that kick.
For a substitution.
Right there. Blue Ridge took it right in the gut. Right there. Got the wind knocked out of them. So stoppage of play.
Yeah, and I'm not sure also why he would throw it back into the middle with 4 guys on him, why somebody didn't make a line run there. Again, there's no offsides on a throw-in. Bring it to baseline. Bring it back out to the 12.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Cougars with the throw-in.
At least we got somebody on baseline now. Good.
Here's the throw-in deep into the box, but it's going to be knocked out. Which way?
Corner.
It's corner. Nice aggressiveness right there by the Cougars. Here's an opportunity with 8 minutes left in the second half.
They got the left footer up. This should curl in.
Or in the 72nd minute.
Yes.
Here's a shot. Overshot. Didn't give anybody an opportunity right there.
You got to have backspin on. That's something they can control. Good opportunity lost.
Blue Ridge will have it. Throw in. Now Blue Ridge is going to play like their version of the 4 corners, kind of try to keep possession. But they turn it over into the middle of the field. Cougars have it.
It looks like they've already gotten to something we call low pressure, where you start stacking numbers.
Here's a shot by Dalen. It just goes over the bar, over the outstretched arms of Spielman, and falls over the crossbar. It'll be a goal kick for the Yellow Jackets. Now that that's a nice job by Dalen, right there. That's a nice attempt. Puts pressure on the goalkeeper if you can. Hopefully, maybe if the goalkeeper does make the save, he pushes it over. You got a corner. I have no problem with that attack right there by the Cougars.
Well, and the other thing that'll do is keep the defensive midfielders up a little bit, and that'll create space between the defensive midfielder and the defensive line where they can pass through, because now they're going to have to respect that power.
Here's the throw in. Cougars get possession in the midfield. They're going to go up, and it's going to be kicked out by Blue Ridge. And now it's headed by the Cougars, so it'll be Blue Ridge ball in the third of the Show Low pitch. We got 6.5 minutes.
Well, this is the time. They've got to start putting numbers up definitively, and Blue Ridge is going to have to figure out how to absorb that pressure.
It's 1-0 Blue Ridge over the Cougars. Blue Ridge doesn't have to they could take their time. They got, Cougars going to have to put the pressure on and put the attack. Here it goes back out. It'll be the Cougars' ball.
Well, one thing I did notice, B squared, is that the center defender, Mr. Tregaskis, is now playing center striker. So they put the 6'3" target up there.
There you go. Got to use the height to its full advantage. Here's the Cougars. They're going to kick it to the middle. See what happens. It's headed back from Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge has possession. Tries to kick it away. Misses. Cougars have it, but then will get turned back over. Blue Ridge down. And here's just outside. Just outside. Nice job by Mendoza right there. Try to fool the umpire, the referees there. Thought he could keep the ball from going out of bounds, but it was. So Show Low has it, now knocked out by Blue Ridge. 5 minutes. We're in the 75th minute of the match.
You can hear a little more panic in the voices. Definitely the coaches have taken it up an amp.
Well, we're in the 75th minute.
Got to get it done.
Show Low needs a goal to tie. Here's the throw in, and it goes right to the Show Low Cougars. He's got a shot in the middle. Here's a shot, goal, wide. Golden opportunity.
By my count, Show Low's actually got not only most shots on goal second half, but they've actually had the most dangerous shots too, but yet here they are. It's a funny game.
Funny game. Golden opportunity by Vukuya right there. Anta. But just went wide of the goal. Show Low got to put pressure here we're in the 76th minute. Try to tie this up. Blue Ridge is up 1-0. Here's the ball in the middle. Here's a shot.
That's harmless.
Yep, that's going to go wide. That's going to be a free kick. Goal kick for the Yellow Jackets.
And now they get to waste another 30 seconds or so on the clock. That they need to be thinking a little bit more clearly before just sending balls from 35 yards out.
Yes, they do, if you're the Show Low Cougars. So Blue Ridge just trying to figure out how to get through the last 3.5 minutes here with a victory, being up 1-0.
And what a victory that would be for them. Absolutely will change the direction of where the playoffs are going.
Cougars have the ball. They're on the attack.
Good body shield.
They've got they go up the sideline to see if they can control it, and it'll be kicked out of bounds. It's Cougar throw in. Hurry up. The crowd's saying, hurry up, throw the ball in. Here's a throw in. Nobody in the middle. Kicked out by the defense of the Yellow Jackets, but kicked back in for the Cougars, but no one's there to get it. It goes harmless. Nope, it's still in play. And Blue Ridge finally gets it and kicks it forward to midfield. Crowd not to the Cougars. Now it's a deep run. Goalkeeper's going to have to come out for the Cougars. That's Murphy.
Playing like a sweep keep.
Yep, he's going to get it into the middle here. They're going to go wide. They're going to go wide on the field that the Cougars are. Try to attack from the left side. Get it to the middle. Kicked out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets. We got 2.5 minutes left in the second half of this match where Blue Ridge leads Show Low 1-0. Trying to figure out where the ball is and where the sense of urgency. This is time. This is precious time going away for the Show Low Cougars.
Oh, and you only have one ball boy per side. That kind of thing happens. That ball's going to run down the track.
And there's a turnover by the Cougars on that throw-in. He didn't do it in illegally.
Right.
So just more time wasted.
More opportunity. Right.
We're under the 2-minute mark. We're in the 78th minute of this match between the Show Low Cougars and the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, with Blue Ridge up 1-0.
I would think that there'd be no more than a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes of stoppage added.
Here's a pass into the goalkeeper. Can't control it, but no one around for Show Low to get that ball. I think they called a foul.
I believe they did too.
They called the foul.
Anytime you have contact with the keeper, boy, they're going to protect that keeper. It's kind of like the quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I know. It's become very lightweight.
Right.
And the same thing, I think, in soccer. Look, if the goalie wants to make that run and make that slide into, hey, there's going to be some contact made.
Right. I like you bringing that football mentality tonight.
Hey, you better believe it. You better believe it. Well, there's got to be a little bit more contact in the soccer.
There you go.
Okay.
We're under a minute.
45 seconds. Blue Ridge has the ball. Here's a turnover. The Cougars have it. They better hurry up. They're going to send it deep. He's going to try, and he does not get a good kick on it. It's going to go out of bounds. Blue Ridge ball with 33 seconds left in regulation time. There is going to be extra time.
I would sure think so.
We've had a couple injuries. We'll see what happens.
Right.
Stoppage play. At least 1 minute. And here's Blue Ridge taking as much time as they can.
Oh, that's
They
exactly
get
what
it.
they should do.
And they're going to kick it deep. And that's going to go to the goalkeeper, Murphy. And he's going to just kick it forward. He's got to go. 11 seconds. It's bumped over. There's a foul right there. That's going to be a foul on Blue Ridge. Unnecessary. Gives opportunity for Show Low right here to have a free kick and create something and maybe get the game-tying goal.
Well, we have 2 balls on the field. That'll be interesting.
Hey, you know what?
Josiah can actually score from here. I'm not sure that he should try that, though.
No, I think you
Hopefully
try
he puts
to get a
backspin
rebound,
and
right?
Hopefully
So
put some backspin on this. And
here's
no.
Murphy. It's
short.
headed. There's a fight for it in the box. There's a push.
Yeah.
There's a foul against the Cougars.
You got to play smart.
So on that attempt,
A little extracurricular activity there.
again, rivalry.
Yep.
So the clock stops at 10. We've got extra time. See the urgency for the Cougars here. This is Blue Ridge ball. 1-0 Blue Ridge over the Show Low Cougars. Here in a 3A East Fall Region game. Here's the throw in. Headed out again by Show Low. And that's
There's
game.
How about that?
That's game right there.
Well, congratulations to Blue Ridge.
Blue Ridge comes away with the victory. 1-0 on the goal by Vito Rosati
with an
of the Blue
assist
Ridge
by Gustavos
in the 66th minute of this match.
That was just a pretty goal, too. It was just inches on either side for him to get that shot through, and he did it. That was a wonderful shot.
Yes, it was a great shot by Vito. I mean, basically, the soccer ball was all that was there to make it through between the goalie, Murphy, and the bar, the
Right.
pole. And that's where it went, and that's what happens. And as we talked about throughout this match, Carter, sometimes, if you're the aggressor, all you got to do is take a shot on goal, get the rebound, and right there, look, Blue Ridge was able to maintain possession. They got it out. I believe that was Perez. No, I'm sorry, that was Mendoza
Right.
that was able to get it on the outside, kicked it back into Madrigal, into the middle right there. And then as there was about 5 black jerseys and 2 white jerseys, and it kind of came off of number 10. It came off, I believe, Madrigal right into the
Gustavo,
waiting
and
foot.
he made that little
that's
touch.
Right. Little
and
touch.
fielded
Right
it
back.
cleanly. Right.
And bam, that's the game-winning goal for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Big victory tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Ranked number 11th in power points over the number 2 ranked Show Low Cougars. So this is going to move up Blue Ridge.
In a way game. This is going to be a big switch, actually, I think, up top. I could see Snowflake jumping Show Low at this point. Blue Ridge possibly jumping them as well. Now, be a tough one for that to occur, but certainly Snowflake should be able to jump Show Low.
Blue Ridge will move up
Probably
close
to
to that
5,
number 8.
4.
I don't
No,
think
you
so.
don't think?
I think
All
it's going to be. You're giving way too much credit to the PowerPoints. It's. I know it's a road victory for Blue Ridge over number 2 ranked team, but it'll move them up to probably that number 8 spot. Definitely will move Show Low back behind the Snowflake Lobos in the PowerPoint rankings. And also, this is the first loss for the Show Low Cougars in 3A East regional
Correct.
play. So now Snowflake's going to jump up into first place, being 3-0-1, and what a great game here tonight, and great crowd, by the way, too. I want to give kudos to the crowd here tonight. Both sides were here supporting their football clubs here tonight and doing a tremendous job, and you just got to give credit to Blue Ridge. It seemed from the very beginning that they were the aggressor. They really, in the first half of the match, they were keeping the ball inside Show Low, third of the pitch. And then in the second half, even though Show Low seemed to be a little bit more aggressive, but Blue Ridge took advantage of when they needed to and was able to come away with that goal.
Right, and as you pointed out earlier, ultimately that goal that was scored came down to the fact that it was something was occurring in the box, and it was occurring because Blue Ridge was controlling midfield for the most part and being the aggressors. And sure enough, one popped out on the right guy, right spot, right time. You called it.
It's the
Kudos.
right foot of Vito Rosati, the Italian. Should we just say like the Italian stallion of Blue Ridge right there coming over with a big goal?
Are you saying
for the
this
Blue
is
Ridge
spaghetti
Yellow Jacks.
soccer?
Spaghetti soccer. But great job here tonight. And, folks, thank you for listening to this special edition brought to you by the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. This is Byron Brown, B Square, with Carter Anderson. Carter, you have any final words?
No, other than the fact if you get an opportunity to get out and watch either one of these teams the next couple weeks before playoffs hit, please do so. Please support these guys because, man, they are playing their hearts out.
Well, not only that, but you're going to see them, they're going to have a playoff game at the home, probably of Show Low. Blue Ridge will be on the road, but maybe here against the Snowflake or a Show Low. But definitely come out and support both clubs, both football clubs, and football clubs of the White Mountains. I mean, it's tremendous soccer. It's tremendous sport. And look, the White Mountains Football Club, or football soccer, football, does a tremendous job. They're always tough. They're always going to state. Come out and see a game. It's a great time. And I want to give thanks to Noah and to Derek out there helping us with this coverage of this special edition of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. You're listening to Byron Brown. I'd like to say our goodbyes. Just have a safe trip back to wherever you're going, and thank you for watching this special edition. God bless.